Hello, hello. I am Anandasina Shakti and I'm coming live today on Instagram with Awakening the Goddess Inside and Out, Day 5. Hi! So, this is a Lakshmi Day. It's the second of the Lakshmi days of the festival of Navaratri. And as I was speaking yesterday in my post, Lakshmi is the expression of the goddess that is absolutely full, that knows herself to be absolutely worthy of the cosmic reality. So when she's birthed out of the ocean of consciousness and bliss, she looks around and all of the gods, all of the devatas are there, so all the big ones are there. And she looks at them all and then she sees Vishnu, who is the supreme personality of the Godhead. And she points to him and she says, he is worthy to be my husband. It's such a profound moment, and it's such a profound moment for a woman because women are incredibly conditioned not to have that kind of response. And so she sees that he is the only one who is, in her vision of reality is representing the entire universe. And that's what she knows herself to be. She knows herself to be absolutely full. So she brings us the fullness. And her bija, her seed sound, is the sound Shreem. S-H-R-E-E-M. And the sound Shreem embodies everything that Lakshmi is. Her whole gambit of possibilities is in Shreem. It's like the seed of an apple. In that one apple seed lives the entire apple tree and all of the fruit to come. So the sounds that we call bija sounds have the same quality or have the same potency. Shreem is a sound that is cooling in its nature. It's beautiful. It's beautifying and beautiful. It creates beauty in the mind through the body. And it's also like unctuous. It has like a healthy kind of juiciness to it. I hesitate to use the word youthfulness, but it may be a good word. It may be a good word for it. That we associate that kind of more juicy constitution with something that is younger. And as things get older, as the great reality begins to more intensely reabsorb their offspring, then the juice starts to go away, because that's how you're absorbed into divinity, is by having no juice. No juice on that level. No attachment to the physical realm. So today, other than what I've just spoken, I want to speak one more thing. I've been through quite a deep process myself today, and what I want to communicate is this. Understanding that the goddess is basically everything that you can experience changes one's potential ability to relate to whatever their experience is. It means that it elevates it and gives you more possibilities. So for instance, today I had an experience happen that triggered something in me, and then that something in me that it triggered something deeper, like a very, very deep, very difficult impression. And you can go with that and just say, okay, well that's, your psychology or your karma or your whatever, and you can run off and try to find different forms of therapy for it. And we do need to understand things and heal them. But you can also and this is very important if we start here, because it'll elevate the experience and alleviate. Understand, no matter what it is, no matter how dark it may seem to you at the moment or how difficult it may seem, it is the goddess as well. So here is the goddess in this mood of pain, or this mood of fear, or this mood of sadness, or this mood of joy, whatever. It's not only, the goddess is not only joy, she's the full expression of creation, which is love, whether it's expressing fear, anger, hatred, whatever. It's actually an expression of love that is being clothed in different moods. So here the goddess is in this mood, here the goddess is in this mood, here the goddess is in this mood, but it is indeed the goddess. And this will give you a completely different foundation to stand on as you are trying to digest some of the more difficult karmic imprints that you are working with. And the deeper you work, remember, like the saying, like the gift for spiritual work is more spiritual work. But we become better at it, meaning that like more comfortable with it, not so adverse, not so much like wanting it all the time to be so comfortable. In fact, we start to learn how to truly embrace what is uncomfortable and look for it, that we want it, because we know we're going to get a deeper growth out of that. So one thing that really helps is to undematize things, so to take things out of this dualistic framework that is so popular in humanity, because this will only ever keep you running away from your shadow or from somebody else's. We have to see everything as the divine, and in this particular style, we are seeing everything as the Divine Mother because she is the visible form and experiential form of creation. So when you get into more difficult moments, remember that this is the goddess in that expression, in that form. Remember that you are with her no matter what. And then you can ask also for the assistance, for the help. But the most important thing is to know that you are not separated. Once you feel that, whatever it is that you're going through will start to lighten up. The way that it gets attached to you will start to loosen. And that's really, what is the suffering? It's not really the experience. The experiences that we have, the traumas that we have, yes, they've been very painful. But what is more painful is the identity with them. That's what's truly painful. The experience is one form of pain, one form of discomfort, one form of suffering. The identity with it is what is really, really, really difficult, because we are so limited and it is so much against our nature. It is not against our nature to have these experiences. There's nothing in the reality that we have access to that ever suggests that our life should be without pain. We are, even the way that we're born, it's painful to be born. It's painful for the mother, it's painful for the child. There is contracted and expended energies. This is natural. What is not natural to us is the attachment. This is really where the suffering is, because it limits who we are. The pain is just another experience. The suffering is the limitation that stops us from being able to actually do anything with the experience. We don't feel like we can do anything with it because we have limited ourselves to the pain itself. And so then it becomes like these ideas that we have around hell, like purgatory and things like that. These are really just symbolic expressions of inner states of human psychology. So, with that in mind, today we are going to chant to Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of absolute fullness, who will always show us that we are more than what we think we are. And that will always help us whenever we feel really stuck in some of our patternings. The mantra that we're going to chant is the one that comes from the Rig Veda, the oldest of the Vedas, which are the teachings that the Indian culture bases their philosophy on. And it goes like this: Om Shreem Hreem Shreem Kamale Kamalalaye prasida, prasida. Shrim, Hrim, Shrim, Om, Shri Maha Lakshmi Devye Namaha. I'll give it to you a little piece by piece, and then join in. Okay, so we'll do a bit of call and response until I feel like you probably are getting used to it, and then we'll just start to sing it together. As we chant, you can turn your awareness inward. Hold your hands in Lotus Mudra. Lakshmi always sits in the lotus, so we'll hold our hands like this at the heart. So we're creating a seat for her to come and sit right into our hands, into our heart. And you can close your eyes and focus at the third eye. If you have an idea of what Lakshmi looks like, then you can see her, or you can see a golden sphere, because Lakshmi is always connected to gold. Om Shri Hrim Shri Kamale Kamala Le Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shri Om Shri Mahalakshmi Devye Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamale Kamalalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Shri Mahalakshmi Devye Namaha. We're going to put a few more words together now. If you've just joined us, welcome. Join in with our chanting to Mahalakshmi. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamale Kamalalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Shri Mahalakshmi Devye Namaha. And again, Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamale Kamalalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Shri Mahalakshmi Devye Namaha. Okay, so now let's do it all together. Just don't worry if you fumble a bit, it'll start to come. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamale Kamalalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Shri Mahalakshmi Devye Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Sakaleri. And raise your arms overhead and feel yourself and all beings in all realms receiving Mahalakshmi's blessing, filling yourself up to a point of overfullness, drenched in divine love and permission to be oneself. Bring your hands to the heart, open your lotus again. Take the lotus around in a circle, representing, offering it to all of the spirit guides and the supreme consciousness that guides you, that is you. And now take it to the front and offer it to humanity. This blessed lotus is your offering to humanity. You are offering humanity, Lakshmi herself. The lotus is her seat. Thank you so much for joining me today. See you tomorrow. Hela.